Hey friends, it's Michelle. Welcome back to Lori and I's channel. Today's video, I'm going to be talking about eczema, particularly itching. I get this question a lot. How did I deal with all the itching that comes with eczema? And I will admit, itching by far is the most intense, challenging part about eczema. If you can stop the itching, that is going to promote healing. And I shared my journey of the phototherapy, which was a very big part of me healing that part of my eczema, the outside of it. But again, you have to make sure you're taking care of the inside of you, your mindset, your emotions, the supplements, and your diet, and also the lotions and stuff, the products you're putting on your skin are all going to affect also the itchiness. So all of those are really important. I'm not going to get into great detail about those today because today's video is going to be about the number one thing that I did that helped with my itching. So not only am I going to tell you what this is, but I'm going to show you. Welcome to the bathroom. This is actually a video I've wanted to do for a long time because I know what it's like to have the itchy skin and you just want it to stop. I have other things that I'll share at the end of the video that also help me with the itching, but the number one thing that I recommend if your skin can tolerate it is trying Epsom salt baths and showers. I'm going to show you exactly what I mean by all this, but Epsom salt, and you want to get plain Epsom salt. Now for me, when I define plain Epsom salt, if you go to like in drugstores and Target and things like that, Epsom salt is like where the bath stuff is. They're normally infused with fragrances and things like that. You don't really want that. You want the bare stuff to put on your skin when you're dealing with flare-ups of eczema. I go to like where like the supplements are, where like Band-Aids and when you're healing stuff would be. So this is where this is for that. I'll show you exactly how I would do it. I don't have any eczema patches on me as I have eczema. Jax is not for you. But I'm going to still show you guys acting like how I would do it if I treated if I had a patch. As you guys know, I had a big one, huge one, right here on my arm, my neck, and then big ones all over my legs. I had a majority of it on my legs, and then slowly a few patches up on my stomach, and it moved up elsewhere. Another way here, obviously, this is a shower and a bath. I also would take Epsom salt baths. I would fill the bath water up with pretty warm hot water and Epsom salt. I didn't measure how much, I just poured it in. And then I also would put occasionally a few drops of lavender essential oil because it is very calming, and if you can handle that, that's great. So if you're going to use essential oils, I recommend using a high quality brand. If you want to know what I use, feel free to message me and I'll show you all the details. But just put a few drops in with your bath with the Epsom salt, and because one thing that's also great about when you're healing eczema, which I've talked about many times before, is you have to take care of your emotions. So you're taking a relaxing bath with some lavender essential oil is very calming and allows you just to kind of sit and process everything, because loving yourself and staying positive is so crucial to healing and even getting through the itchy breakthroughs. So I would do that occasionally, and most of the time that would take quick showers. I'm going to show you guys here exactly what I mean by that. But I would take at least one bath shower a day. Sometimes I had to take 2 Epsom salt shower baths because my itching was that intense. I do want to mention though, Epsom salt is very intense. So your skin is already itching like crazy. You want to rip it off. I totally understand that. We just want to itch and itch and itch and itch and itch and itch. Now you're putting this on top. It is adding like fire on top of fire. Why would I recommend you doing that? Well, Epsom salt is very, very healing. But for me, it's the only thing that really gave me instant relief of the itching. So when I first put it on my skin, it burns and burns and burns. But I hold out, I hold out, I hold out, I hold out, and then it stops. The itching's gone. Though it's not a permanent fix, okay? This is just to help you temporarily get through the really, really bad itching episodes. So I'm going to show you here how I do it in the shower. Alrighty, time to head to the shower again. You can do this also in the bath, but you just want to take a good bit of Epsom salt. And again, I don't have eczema right now to show you exactly what it would look like on a patch, but just imagine I have one here on my leg. And just kind of pat it on, really coat it. You kind of want to get a good bit on there. You're going to, it's going to sting, you're going to feel the burn, but just let it sit there. Sit there and sit there until you feel the stinging stopping. Then start to rinse it off when you feel that the pain, everything has kind of gone away. And here I am going to show you guys on my arm as well. Again, take a handful and you're just going to press it onto wherever a patch was. Again, I had a patch, a big patch here on my arm. And you just pat it, pat it, pat it. Feel the sting, feel the burn that's going on, and just hold out as long as you can before you rinse off the Epsom salts. So that is how I use Epsom salt in the shower. I would do the same thing in the bath. The key about it all is you want to get a good bit of Epsom salt in your hand and really kind of patch it to cover up your patch. And then you could of course rub the excess elsewhere and stuff like that, because it is still great for your body and overall health. But like I said, it's going to burn at first, but it goes away. So what you just saw was my secret to stopping the itch that worked for me, and I hope it works for you. Other things that I recommend you can use in the shower is also find another way of moisturizing your skin. There's two things that I did. One is I used just basic Dove moisturizer, and I would just literally just rub it on my skin as a way, because as you know with eczema, the drier skin is, the more itchier and stuff it gets. So it is important to keep it moisturized as much as possible. So that was one way. Another thing that I use is, Lori and I, you guys know, use oils on our face and stuff. I also use them on my body. So you can use any type of oil that you feel that works for your skin, from olive oil to coconut oil, a mix of oils, almond oil. Play around with it, but I did kind of a mix of everything. And then out of the shower, once I patted my skin dry, and I did a mix of different lotions, and I talked about that once in a previous thing about all different products I tried. The favorite one that I always still go to, and I always keep it on hand for the days I just ever do get a breakout, which is rare these days, is Eucerin. It is thick, and it really helps coat the eczema patches, and I feel over time also did help with healing the outside of the appearance. So therefore it helped with itching. So I hope you guys enjoyed my eczema Epsom salt shower process to deal with the itching. I hope it serves you. If you have any more questions about it, please leave me a comment down below. And if you know of anyone else that would benefit from this, that is suffering from eczema, please share this with them. It is safe for all ages. It is intense, though, I will admit, but it is the one thing I always would turn to if I was in a really bad itch, because it also water is also very therapeutic and soothing, so obviously that helped with your emotions and stuff calm down, which is also very important. I did want to mention though other things that I did to also help with the itch or help me not itch my skin. One is I kept my nails short, and I would cover up my skin. I wore a lot of bamboo clothing because it was very lightweight and breathable, and cotton clothing. I always wore long sleeve shirts and long sleeve pants, even though I could still itch, but I felt like having the clothes over it was like a barrier, so I wasn't itching directly onto my skin. So when I was itching, it was through a shirt or through a pair of pants. Yes, there were times when my itching was so intense, I lifted up my pants and itched, and there was blood everywhere. So again, and I wore socks as most I could at night because I would catch myself, and I don't know if any other eczema sufferers, if this happens to you, if it was just me, but my itching would get so intense that I would use my toes, my toenails, I know this is really disgusting, but it's the truth, to itch my legs at night. Appreciation to yourself, what's going on. And one last thing that helped me again get through the itches, or not to itch as much, or not give so much attention to the itch when I felt an itching break coming on, I was just keeping busy. Keeping my mind focused on other things, keeping my hands busy on other things, which I talked about before in other videos. So for me, what worked for me was, Lori and I did a lot of recipes for our blog back then, and so we would always be in the kitchen creating recipes, and I always be like, no, I'll do the dishes, and so I would go and do the dishes. I had to do things that kept my hands busy, and I remember times standing at the kitchen cleaning dishes and just feeling the itch, this rush of itch come through my legs. But I closed my eyes, and I said, and I would focus, and I would slow my breath down and just get back into what I was doing, and then eventually it does go away. Of course, there's different intensities of itching factors, so keeping your mind and your hands busy is another key factor. It's not always easy to do because I understand the intense of itching is so strong, so strong. There are times that I think Lori had to sometimes hold me down to not itch. So sometimes you might need that. You might have someone around that can help you during those times, keep you distracted. You have to just find ways to keep yourself and your mind busy so you're not focusing on the itching. It does get easier over time. But thank you again for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video.